Ladies and gentlemen, the Pro Stocks have been a tradition here for almost 50 years. Let's give them a great big 80th anniversary send-off. Grab your hats, grab your neighbors, grab anything and wave these drivers off as they get ready to do battle for 80 laps at the action track of the East. Field getting the clinch green flag from starter Tim Bolduc. Caution lights out. Colbey Fournier and Mike Brightman at the top of the field, ready to have at it for 80 laps. The Bristol Toyota pace truck pulls down to the center of the infield and the belts are tightened. Fournier, Brightman getting ready, starting to wind it up off of 4. Green flag is in the air and 80 years for the Pro Stocks are underway.
They work down into turn number 1. Brightman leads Fournier down into turn 3 and 4. Mike Brightman to the lead. As they work down into 1 and 2. Fournier battling back on the low line. Here comes Bobby Pelland with a head of steam up top. Working down into 3 and 4. Brightman continues to lead the way.
Brightman trying to shut the door, but Colbey Fournier keeps it open as they roll down into turn number 1. Behind them, Bobby Pelland working the outside lane. Tries to even up with Fournier for second as Brightman now, almost shuts the door. Fournier kicks it back open down into 1.
Fournier not going anywhere. He continues to battle at the door of Brightman as they work down the backstretch. Brightman with the nose advantage. Here comes Fournier battling back down in turn 3 and 4.
Top 4 stacked up, double wide down into turn number 1. Lascola down to the inside in that second row. Brightman sideways off of 4. The back end snaps out from underneath them. Everybody's able to get by, and we are slowed up off of turn number 2. For Brightman and the Bro Roofing number 27, the ATG group. Ready to go green off of turn number 4. Looking for it off the corner. There it is. We're back underway, and Pelland gets a good jump down on the inside as they roll down into turn 1. Pelland sets the pace by a half a car length.
Bobby Pelland leading the way. Colbey Fournier on the outside into 3 and 4. Bobby Pelland to the lead as he comes across the stripe.
Pelland has been fast all year long, and he's got Nick Lascola glued to his rear bumper. Lascola takes a peek down to the inside, squeezes in down into turn 3. Jennison from the top to the bottom, looking for third off of 4.
Nick Lascola, a new look this week in that car, that 39. He said he wanted to change things up, get a little bit of luck in it. He looks to the lead here in 3 and 4.
Off of turn 4 they come, and Lascola edges out, sets the pace. The 39 sits atop the leaderboard at lap number 7. Pelland tries to battle back. He settles it in behind down into 3. That opens up the outside lane as Fournier starts to climb that ladder back.
Nick Lascola leads Bobby Pelland the third, and here comes Mark Jennison for third, battling with Colbey Fournier as they work down the backstretch.
Dave Darling up into the 5th spot in that black and blue 52, the Water Whiz machine. Dives it down to the inside as Fournier starts to backslide just a little bit on the top side down into turn number 1.
They work down the backstretch. Lascola continues to lead the way. The battle for 4th now heating up between Fournier and Darling. Caution flag on the speedway.
Kenny Spencer goes around off of turn number 2, bringing out the second caution of this event, and we are slowed up at lap number 9.
We are going back green flag racing.
Tim Bolduc looks the field over. Lascola and Pelland at the top of the field. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Spencer just gets out in time as they roll off of turn number 2. Pelland trying to fire off up on the outside. Looks for the edge down into 3.
Bobby Pelland works the outside line. Here comes Lascola battling back on the inside. They work down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Lascola as they work off 2.
Down the backstretch they go, and Lascola battling back down low, trying to get back to the top of the leaderboard. And it is Lascola leading back at lap number 11. Pelland settling into second. Third is the battle between the 22 of Mark Jennison on the inside, the 16 of Colbey Fournier up on the outside as they roll off of turn number 4.
Lascola to the lead over Bobby Pelland, but here's the battle for third between Jennison and Fournier. Battle for fifth between Burns and Darling. They work down the backstretch into turn number 3.
Burns trying to use that outside lane as Darling tries to take a peek down to the inside of Jennison as they come across the stripe, settles it and back behind. They come off at 2, and Darling looking at that bottom groove. Jennison moves up a little bit. It's going to open it up. Not this time, he says, as Jennison gets the run. Puts the 22 in the number 3 spot.
Mark Jennison quietly, comfortably has started to get back into the fray here this season. He runs third, holding off Dave Darling, Jacob Burns as they battle behind him across the stripe.
Dave Darling up into the 4th spot, right up on the tail end of the 22 as they come off the corner. Jennison in 3rd, Darling in 4th. The Renegado trying to follow through in that black and green. 17 down to the inside of Colbey Fournier as they cross the stripe.
They work down into 1 and 2. The leaders have checked out. Lascola, Pelland, they are checked down. Here comes Dave Darling battling with Jennison in turn 3 for 3rd spot.
Darling down to the inside, Jennison up top. A little bit of contact down the front straightaway as they come down into 1. Darling takes over that 3rd spot momentarily down into turn number 3. Jennison battling back up top. They hit the corners wheel to wheel. Darling loose off of 4. Jennison holds on a 3rd at the stripe.
Mark Jennison working that high line. He gets a good jump through 2, off 2, down the back stretch. Mark Jennison back to the 3rd spot as they work in 3 and 4.
Back down to the inside goes Darling with a good run off of turn number 4. This time trying to keep the back end underneath them as they come off of turn number 2. Jennison looks comfortable up in the outside, and as they race side by side, the top 2 start to pull away.
Working down into 1 and 2. The leaders have pulled away. The battle for 3rd between 2 veterans, Darling and Jennison, continues down in 3 and 4 once more.
Off the corner they come, and Darling takes over 3rd, that time at lap number 21. Into 1 and 2 they go. Jennison is not going away quietly up top. He evens back up with the 52, but off of 4. Darling's got the advantage and tries to shut the door.
22 laps on the board. The 22 car running 4th. Dave Darling to 3rd. Here comes the crossover move. Jennison trying all different lines down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
Nick Lascola sets the pace. He is comfortable at the top of the leaderboard. He continues to be the fastest car on the racetrack. Second fastest right now is the 52 of Darling, and he is right on pace with them. Look at the battle a little bit further back in 5th and 6th. Right now, the 17 of Vinny Renegado holds that spot, and he's got a lot of pressure from Burns. Burns takes a peek down to the inside into turn number 3, tries to get a run down the front straightaway.
Vinny Renegado holding off Jacob Burns for the time being. Down the backstretch, Renegado still has that advantage. Burns continues to battle as they work off turn number 4.
Burns down low, Renegado up top to hit the stripe. Renegado's got the advantage. We'll see if he can keep it up. Down off of turn 2 they come. Even Steven into turn 3. Burns trying to put the 30 up into the top 5. Renegado with a crossover move down to the inside he goes.
And out front, Nick Lascola, Bobby Pelland the 3rd, Dave Darling, and Mark Jennison have stretched it out as Jacob Burns works into the 5th spot. They continue 29 laps up on the board this time.
Into turn number 3, the field starting to stretch itself out around the 3rd mile. Right now, let's give you the rundown at lap number 29. Nick Lascola sets the pace. 2nd is Bobby Pelland. 3rd is Dave Darling with Mark Jennison and Jacob Burns, your top 5. Vinny Renegado 6th. 7th is Colbey Fournier. 8th is the 1 of Darrell Stample. 9th, the 27 of Mike Brightman with Dylan Estrella rounding out the top 10. Andrew Gomes is 11th. 12th is Kenny Spencer. 13th is the 92 of Billy Brady.
Working down into 1 and 2. Your leader, 31 laps on the board. Nick Lascola in that black Nick's Pit Stop McLaughlin Chevrolet and DNA Toys machine works around the 3rd mile here, continuing to lead the way down into 1 and 2.
Down the backstretch, and Lascola opening up that lead, but while he opens up the lead, here comes Darling closing in on Bobby Pelland. They come off of 4, about a car length and a half between them, and behind them, Jacob Burns down to the inside of the 22 of Jennison. That is the battle for the 4th position down into turn number 3.
Don't look now, but that second spot battle is starting to heat up. Here comes Dave Darling with a move to the inside, down in 1 and 2. Dave Darling over Bobby Pelland as they work down the backstretch.
Pelland biding his time, not using the car up too much. Lets Darling go without much fanfare. And Darling now sets his sights on Lascola. The battle for 4th, still hot and heavy. Burns down on the inside. Jennison up top. They continue to go back and forth down low with a Renegado right up on their tail.
As the sun sets and the lights flicker off these cars at the 3rd mile, 36 laps on the board. Nick Lascola continues to lead, but don't look now. Dave Darling, the chiseled veteran, working his way to the lead.
Mark Jennison doing a great job holding on to that 4th position with Burns on the inside. Meanwhile, a little further back, Dylan Estrella has his hands full trying to get around the 27 of Brightman. Brightman doing all he can to hold on to that 9th position, but Estrella up on the outside, takes that spot away, now tries to shut the door down into turn number 3.
Dylan Estrella, calm, cool, and collective. He won last week. We're halfway home, 40 laps down, 40 laps to go as they work across the stripe.
Nick Lascola, the rookie contender out of Abington, the former Legends champion, setting the pace down the back straightaway. Behind him, 8-time champion Dave Darling trying to close in the gap as we have just reached the halfway point. Down into turn 1 he goes. Darling right now sits about 0.8 of a second behind. We'll see if he's able to close that up. Lap times look just about even.
Jacob Burns, Mark Jennison continue their battle there for the 4th spot. As they work down into 1 and 2, give Burns the advantage on the low line, but here comes Jennison battling back.
Mark Jennison has spent the last 25 laps working that outside lane, pinching Jacob Burns on the inside. They roll down into turn 1. Jennison hanging tight up top, down the back straightaway, doing it the long way around the 3rd mile as they come off through turns 3 and 4. Both cars sliding off the corner.
Here they go, working down into 1 and 2. Jennison, Burns continue to battle. Vinny Arenagato going to check into that party here. Into 3 and 4, Vinny Arenagato all over the back bumper of Burns, looking to make a move here as they come across the stripe.
The lead between Lascola and Darling has kind of hit a standstill for the last couple of laps. This time, Darling clicks off just a little bit more, trying to close it in. Does he have what he needs to catch and pass the rookie for tonight's win?
Or is tonight finally going to be the night for Nick Lascola? He's got 33 laps left to go, working down the backstretch. Dave Darling in tow in second as they come off turn number 4.
So far, the drive of this race has got to be Mark Jennison up on the outside, with the 30 of Burns working that bottom lane lap after lap. That had to be 30 laps of side-by-side racing between the two of them. Now they settle it in single file. Nope, not anymore. Burns back down to the inside.
Burns continues to battle with Jennison, and Vinny Arenagato just looks on there, waiting to capitalize and make his move down the back stretch. That battle continues into 3.
Off the corner they come. This time it looks like Burns has the advantage, and at the stripe, Burns puts the 30 up a spot, but Jennison gets a run down the back straightaway, trying to open it back up as they hit 3 and 4.
That battle has been fun to watch. 51 laps on the board. That battle for 4th continues to be hot and heavy. Out front, Nick Lascola leading, but here comes Dave Darling working down into 1 and 2.
Dave Darling lighting that wick and trying to burn it down, trying to catch a leader as they hit trouble on the front stretch as the one of Stamfel and the 46 of Estrella made contact there. Both cars able to continue on as Stamfel holds on to the position number 8.
53 laps on the board. They continue to whittle down. 27 to the completion of this one. Out front, Nick Lascola and Dave Darling have checked out. Battle for 4th continues. It's a 3-man battle between Jennison, Burns, and Vinny Arenagato right there.
Jennison with a great run up on the outside as they hit turn number 3 as they come off of 4 down the stripe. The 22 still holds on to that 4th position. Off of turn number 4, your leaders coming down to the stripe. The 39 of Lascola has heavy pressure off of turn number 2, and that pressure is coming from 8-time Pro Stock champion Dave Darling, who knocks on the back door.
Dave Darling right there as we close in on 3/4 of this race being completed. 57 laps down, 23 to go. The battle for the lead in 3 and 4 is getting hot. Dave Darling all over the back bumper of Nick Lascola.
Right up on the tail end as they hit turns 1 and 2. A couple of lap cars ahead of him as they head down the back straightaway. Boy, is that race for 4th a real treat, watching Burns and Jennison push each other around, and here comes Darling down to the inside looking for the lead. Lascola up top, Darling down low. They race wheel to wheel at the top of the field down into turn number 3.
Here we go, off of turn 4. Lascola with the advantage. Darling battling back on the low line in 1 and 2. Off of 2 and down the back stretch. Give the advantage to Lascola, but Darling right there.
Darling down low. The grizzled veteran down off the corner, and the 52 goes to the top of the leaderboard at lap number 61. Lascola trying to battle back up on the outside as they roll down into 3.
Door to door. Darling and Lascola across the stripe. Give the advantage this time to Darling as he comes off turn number 2, but Lascola battling back.
A great run up top for the DNY Toys number 39 as they come off the corner. Across the stripe. Darling down low. Lascola up top, running with an 8-time champion down the back straightaway into turn 3. Lascola gets an advantage into 3 and 4.
Lascola has the advantage that time. Darling still right there. They're going to close in on lap traffic soon. 16 laps to go as they work down the back stretch.
Into 3 and 4, Darling settles it in back, cools the tires off momentarily while we look back to 4th, and they are still side by side. Jennison up on the outside, Burns down low, continue to put a show on in that 4th spot. Trouble off of 4. The 27 of Brightman has a back end snap out from underneath them. Caution flag is out at lap number 65.
Well,
what a race at 1st and 4th. Dave Darling had just settled back in behind the
at the stripe.
Dave Darling on the inside. Your leader is Nick Lascola up top. Looking for the green off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle. Nice even start as they head down into turn 1. Darling gets loose. Here comes Pelland down on the inside. Pelland takes the move. He sets the pace down into 3. Trouble down the back straightaway. Jennison brushes the wall. He keeps going. We stay green.
How about that? Bobby Pelland III jumped at that opportunity, but here comes Lascola back to the lead with Darling in tow.
Darling and Lascola both got loose on the start. They both drifted up, and Pelland pounced on that one. Lascola up on the outside, finds himself back at the top of the leaderboard with Darling, Pelland, a battle for 4th between the 16 of Fournier and the 30 of Burns.
Heavy damage to Jacob Burns, damage to Mark Jennison. Burns continues in the 4th spot, holding off Colbey Fournier. They work down into 3 and 4.
11 laps remaining in this one, and Nick Lascola sets the pace a car length ahead of Darling as they roll down the backstretch into turn number 3. Pelland sits 3rd. Fournier trying to get back up into the top 4 with Burns holding that spot. Renegado is 6th. 7th is Stanfield. 8th is Brightman with Estrella and Gomes rounding out your top 10.
9 laps to go here at the stripe. Nick Lascola looking for that elusive first win here in the Pro Stocks. He's got 9 laps to hold off Dave Darling. Bobby Pelland III runs 3rd down into 3 and 4. Nick Lascola, your leader, off 4.
Off the corner he comes, and the rookie sets the pace over Darling into 1 and 2. Darling may have burnt up the tires on that restart, and he is just hanging on to that number 2 spot. They come off the corner with 7 laps remaining. Pelland still sits 3rd. Burns is 4th, and a battle for 5th. The Renegado down to the inside of Fournier. The 17 down low, the 16 up top. As they roll down into the 3 and 4 they come.
That battle continues. Vinny Arenagato on the low line. Fournier up top there. They continue to battle. 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 at the stripe for Nick Lascola, your leader, down into 3 and 4.
5 more circuits to go, and a 4-car length advantage. for Nick Lascola as they roll down the back straightaway.
Is tonight the night? We will know. 4 laps to go for Nick Lascola across the stripe. Dave Darling, he's opened up that lead. They work off turn 2 down the backstretch.
Burns has closed in the battle for third, right up on the back bumper of Bobby Pelland with a mile remaining. They play nose to tail off the corner. Burns taking a look down to the inside. Pelland trying to hold them off as they come off of turn number 2.
Bobby Pelland on defense, Jacob Burns on offense. They work twin sticks in the air at the stripe. 2 more times around for Nick Lascola, looking for that first win here. He works down off 2 and down the backstretch.
Lascola up front. 4 car lengths over Darling with the white flag in the air. They come across a stripe into 1 and 2. Nick Lascola rolls off the corner and into 3, nice and smooth. 80 laps of speed for the Pro Stocks goes to Nick Lascola. Darling in for second, and Burns will hold on for the third spot, just edging out Bobby Pelland.
5th goes to Colbey Fournier. 6th goes to Vinny Arenagato. 7th to Darryl Stamfel. Coming home 8th, Dylan Estrella. 9th was Mark Jennison. 10th, Mike Brightman. 11th, Andrew Gomes. 12th went to Kenny Spencer. And 13th went to Billy Brady, as Kevin will make his way down and talk with our podium finishers after an 80-lap incredible thriller.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a ruling has come down. Dave Darling has been penalized 2 positions for contact after the race. Which will move Bobby Pelland up into the 3rd position. Through the field, a little bit of damage on the right side, but didn't seem to slow you down any.
Yeah, no, my wheel came off on that restart, and I was just holding on for dear life. I grabbed the steering rack and held that thing straight, and then hopefully, my steering wheel went back on. I popped that thing in, and man, I don't even know how I held on to it, to be honest with you. It could show. Sorry, Mark, I didn't mean to get into you. But yeah, I mean, this thing was just loose on the bottom. I couldn't get by Mark. Me and him had a battle for like 50 laps, and he was good on the outside there, and that restart happened, the wheel came off, and I just needed a caution to cool those tires down. But congrats to Nick. It was a fun race, 80 laps. The long distance are a lot more fun.
You ready for another 25 for the sportsman now?
Yeah, I got to hurry up and get back there. I'm trying to, hopefully go over scales and hop in that thing. But they got to wait for me, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, I know you got some people you want to thank.
Huge thanks to Timmy Potter. He does this, set up in this thing. Huge thanks to him. All my sponsors, my uncle, my spotter, Mikey, all the fans that came out tonight. Thank you.
All right, Jacob Burns in 2nd place. 3rd place finisher tonight, Bobby Pelland. And Bobby, a fast car. That long run seemed to slow you up just a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely getting better. I think we're getting back to where we should be. Last week, it took a little too long to come on. I think we were getting better as the race went on, so we made an adjustment to make it better sooner. I think it did, but it just kind of went away late, and those cautions just kill me. I feel like I always get killed by cautions by people in 11th out of 13 cars spinning out on their own, but hey, it is what it is. I want to thank Cardinal and Company, A&A Auto Parts, Joe's Tree Service, SMR, 401 Polk Supply, Itzy & Co., Sam's Auto Sales, all my guys. They've been thrashing on this thing. I legitimately don't think there's a shock, spring, angle, something we didn't change this year. So, you know, to be where we are, to where we started the year, I can't be more proud of them, and just want to congratulate Nick.
All right, congratulations. Great third place finish. And in victory lane, how about a round of applause? Nick Lascola, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, congratulations. 80 laps. Are you tired? I think this is the longest race you've been in the pro stocks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we ran a bunch of past stuff, so we've done 150 lappers, but not for well over 3 or 4 years. So that was, you know, I was pretty tired at the end, but you know what? I was giving it everything I had there, and I wasn't going to let up until I saw that checkered flag this time.
Tell us about that last restart. You drifted up just a little bit, you and David, and Bobby was right there to pounce.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Dave was creeping up like real extra on the start, so you know, he just sailed it off into the corner, and I was arcing in, and you know, in the second and a half groove, and he just straight lined me right into my left front, and honestly, the left front was vibrating for the rest of the race after that, and obviously Bobby slipped by, and I was just sideways, just foot to the floor, just trying to get back up there. Because I couldn't lose 3 straight races in a row on a late race restart. I couldn't let that happen.
Opening day was a heartbreaker for you. I know it was. But you and your team have put in a lot of hard work since then. How does this feel?
I mean, it feels awesome. You know what I mean? We started off strong at the beginning of the year. You know, we had the minor infraction, and then we struggled for a couple weeks. And, you know, me and my team put in so much work into the car to get it back to where it needs to be. And, you know, we've been awesome the last couple weeks. I mean, unfortunately, we have some more work to do after, I'm not going to say what, but you know what? We're going to get it back together. We're going to keep giving it to them each week.
I know you got some people to say thank you to.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I first off have to start off with, you know, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, you know, my 2 little brothers, you know, my spotter, Jesse, you know, Jake that helped out, you know, Henry, he's usually here, but he's not here. King Competition, Fury Race Cars, Nick's Pit Stop, DNA Toys, McLaughlin Chevy. And I probably forgot a couple more there. I'm out of breath, and I'm just so ecstatic right now.
Well, that's okay, because you get to give away some money. Good news is it's not your money.
Oh, thank God.
But we've got the Shriners here. Tennessee is coming down. He's got a bucket full of tickets.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Tennessee, that's a lot of tickets. How much money did we raise tonight?
Grand total to the winner is going to be $2,686.
And that's the winner's share.
That is the winner's share.
We broke 5,000, ladies and gentlemen. $2,600 going to one lucky fan. Our winner is going to reach in and pick out the winning ticket.
Mix that up. Mix it up.
Oh, yeah, mix it up.
All right. Ticket number. It's a blue ticket, by the way. Ticket number 271. You over 2,600 for the winner? That's awesome. 271-0647. 271-0647. Anyone? I don't know if they a full share. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? The Shriners getting the full share tonight, and one fan going home with $2,600. Tennessee, thank you for being a part of our show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I just want to make sure, we got to find out who gets this ticket, because if nobody claims it, we got to pull another one, because I'm not leaving until somebody comes screaming with that ticket.
I'll come screaming, but I don't have that ticket.
With that ticket number.
Oh, okay. I forgot that part. Hold on. We got a gentleman coming down. Does this gentleman have the winning ticket? He's got a smile on his face. You running all the way down there? You didn't know the number? Hold on. 271-0. No? You got an extra 1? I'm sorry. 271-0647. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. It's good exercise, though. Well, if you've got that winning ticket, Tennessee will be waiting for you to come down and collect your $2,600 in change. A big thank you to everyone from the Aleppo group for joining us. We're not signing off yet, but a big thank you to everything you guys have done, to the Rhode Island Clowns and the Shriners for being a part of this show, and Nick Lascola. Nick, did you get a picture with the Clowns? Oh, we've got a winner? Tennessee, they say they found a winner in the pit area. Oh, coming from the pavilion? Come on.
I'm asking.
How often do you come down here?
We used to go all the time, and I thought I didn't take it here, so I brought it today to have a good time.
Are you having a good time?
I'm going to win this.
Awesome. You going to tell them to come back again?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is Dad buying you with $2,686? Oh, I heard in the crowd a puppy.
Yeah, right before it's get here.
How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? A winner for $2,600, and the Shriners getting $5,200. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, each and every one of you that bought tickets. We were shooting for 5. We hit it. We went over it. And thank each and every one of you.